Hi, this is Robert. Today I'm going to be reviewing the OM10 by Olympus. So this is a 35mm SLR camera. It's an aperture priority camera, so there's no shutter selection on this. You select the aperture here on the lens barrel very easily. On this particular lens we can go from 3.5 all the way to 22. This is a zoom lens that I got with it, which goes from 35 to 70, so pretty useful focal length, and I was pretty happy with the results I got from this lens. It's pretty crisp, and I attribute that a lot to the fact that the focusing system on this is really good. So basically, when you're focusing, there's a small dot on the inside of the viewfinder that helps you indicate whether or not you're in focus, and it does that by basically whatever you're attempting to focus on. If it's out of focus, it will come out of line and will get back in line when it is in focus, in addition to the usual going from blurry to clear, just like any other focus mechanism would. Other than that, so you have on, battery check, off, and a self timer if you don't want to use the self timer. ISO selections right here. Just pull up on this knob and twist to set your ISO for your film speeds. This little knob right here is actually to allow you to rewind the film, which is kind of uncommon. Usually you would have something on the bottom of here that would allow you to do that, but not on this particular camera. 2 batteries. It takes 2 button cell AG15s. They go in the same compartment. There's no other compartment for it. This right here is an actual attachment area for if you wanted to actually have be able to select shutter speed. You just attach something on here and you can do that, but finding that sort of accessory from a camera that was made in 1979 is pretty hard, so I wouldn't get your hopes up about finding one of those with this particular camera. So removing the lens is easy. There's just a little button here, press down in here, twist off. There you are. There's the inside of the camera, just like any other SLR. Very, very simple. And it uses a cloth shutter. So what do I think about this camera? You know, I actually, when it comes to film SLRs, I was most familiar with using an AE1 Canon, which is of course a very popular film camera, and that is a shutter priority, so it's like the exact opposite of this. So it was really interesting to go into something that gives you a very different field of how to work with it. And since it's a aperture priority, there isn't in a typical sense a meter as to what you would think of as a meter inside of here. Basically there's just a red light indicator on the side that tells you what shutter speed you're going to be at and whether you could underexpose or overexpose. Essentially, if you go over 1,000, you're overexposing. If you go under a fraction of a second on the bottom end of it, then you're going to be underexposed. So it's really easy to work with. So I liked it. You know, of course there are limiting factors to not being able to choose your shutter speed. Of course that's why they offer that attachment on here. But that being said, the products I got with it, or the results I got with it, were actually really good, and I was really happy with them. So I'm going to show you some photos that I took with this camera, and you can decide for yourself what you think about this camera. So once again, this is Olympus OM10 Aperture Priority SLR. My name is Robert. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.